Our combination for this week: left leg in front, long stance, left hand up, kamae. Left hand goes to shoulder, gives a back fist strike. Right leg kick, put it long back, punch with a pullback, and kamae. Left hand touch shoulder, back fist, kick, punch, kamae. Touch shoulder, hit, kick, punch, kamae. Shoulder, hit, kick, punch, kamae. Exchange legs, we do the same thing. Right leg in front, kamae. Right hand to shoulder, hit, kick, punch, kamae. Shoulder, hit, kick, punch, kamae. Last time, touch your shoulder, hit, kick, punch, and kamae. Good. Now let's go over to the dummy and see what these movements mean. So whenever you see movements such as these, it's easy to think, okay, so that's some ludicrous way of distance fighting. Why aren't you keeping your cover up? Why are you having a hand pulled back when punching? Why expose yourself like that? And it's because the combination has been misunderstood. Whenever you see this type of movement, there's something in your hand. Whenever you see this type of movement, you have to understand you are pulling something. So this is more of a close fighting movement than it is a distance fight, where for some reason from here, I'm going to push the hands down and then have a pull back, and I'm not scared of the guy's arms, and I hit him, and then I pull back and I punch him. It doesn't make sense. So we're going to take this from a very close position. We're here. So what's happening in this position is maybe, if my left shoulder has been occupied by my opponent's arm, I might try to break out of this grip. So I might bring the arm on the inside here and be striking while holding my opponent's arm. So if I didn't hold that arm, so if I didn't have a pullback where I am pulling this arm in, my opponent would just cover here, stop this arm, and hit me with this one. So I'm trying to limit my opponent's options. So in this position here, I trap his left or her left with my right hand. Now it leaves my left and their right. So I'm breaking out of the right grip and I'm starting to hit here. I'm taking the initiative. If I was the second person to do this, my opponent would have the upper hand. So they need to try and stop this from impacting them. It is at that point where I'm now changing the height of my attack and delivering a knee kick. So, trap with my right hand, break out, start hitting them in the face. They start getting occupied with this hand. I either knee kick them, which is easier against the dummy, or press their back leg. It doesn't matter which leg's in front, but the back leg out to make them lose balance, to widen their base. So as I break out, I hit, I attack, or I'm kicking the leg out. Once the leg's out, I'm not following them. I've got a grip on the arm here. So what I'm doing is, after I've off-balanced them, I'm moving back. So I am pulling on my opponent while I just kick the leg the other direction. Once here, this hand doesn't just pull back because there's no reason for that. It snaps back to this arm that I've been controlling. Get the wrist, expose the ribs, and start hitting. Now that I've got control over my opponent's side. It is not that each of these movements are going to work in the fight itself, but it gives you a good strategy to try and work towards. If I am head on with my opponent here, and I'd like to be on my opponent's side while controlling the arms, this gives you an opportunity to do that. So from here, control with my strong arm, break out of the grip here, maybe elbows, maybe back fist strikes. It really doesn't matter what hits my opponent in the face here, because that's exposed. I'm holding the arm. My arm gets entangled with the right arm. I attack the base, or the bottom, so the legs, the groin, the bladder. I'm either doing a knee kick, or I'm kicking the leg out. As I've impacted here, I'm pulling my opponent off balance. So I'm pulling to me. I pull my left arm back to this arm that I've been controlling. Expose the ribs. Once my opponent's been turned, or I can slightly turn, I start hitting the ribs with my right hand. So think of this as a possible chess strategy that needs to be adapted depending on what my opponent does, when and where. Have fun.